For 3,000 years, everyone agreed Troy was a myth, a poet's invention, a city that never existed. Then in 1870, a German businessman named Heinrich Schliemann dug into a hill in Turkey and found a real city buried under 9 layers of ruin. Beneath the dust, he uncovered gold masks, bronze weapons, and a fortress wall built to hold off an army. Homer had written of golden Mycenae and a 10-year siege at Troy. Archaeologists thought it was poetry. It turned out to be a memory. The city Schliemann found, the layer called Troy 7, shows real violence. Arrowheads in the walls. Skeletons left where they fell. A city that burned. So the war may have been real. But one detail in the story is the one every historian still argues about. The horse. A giant wooden horse left outside the gates, filled with soldiers waiting in the dark. The Trojans dragged it inside their own walls as a trophy. That night, the soldiers climbed out and opened the gates from within. It is one of the most famous tricks in all of history. And for a wooden horse, there is no wood. No nails. No trace has ever been found. So 3 different explanations compete for what actually happened at those gates. The first, it was exactly what Homer said. A hollow horse, a hidden squad, a night raid. Ancient armies really did build siege engines shaped like animals. The second theory, the horse was a siege engine, not a hiding place. Some ancient war machines were built on wheels and covered in horsehide, used to batter down gates. The third theory is the strangest. In Greek religion, Poseidon was not only god of the sea, he was god of earthquakes, and his sacred animal was the horse. Some archaeologists believe the layer of Troy that fell was destroyed by an earthquake, not an army. And the horse was a symbol for the god who shook the walls down. Excavators have actually found evidence of quake damage in that layer of the city. Toppled walls, collapsed houses. The kind of destruction a siege alone does not explain, which means the fall of Troy may have been an earthquake that armies then finished off while the walls were already broken. The Greek ships were real. The siege was likely real. The betrayal from within may be real. Nobody can say for certain the horse itself ever existed. Hell in the Face, said to have launched 1,000 ships, cannot be confirmed by any artifact ever pulled from that hill. What we do have is layer upon layer of a real city, burned, rebuilt, and burned again, for over 3,000 years. Here's the part that unsettles archaeologists most. Schliemann himself may have faked some of his finds to make the story fit better. He was so desperate to prove Homer right that historians still cannot fully separate what he found from what he wanted to find. So the man who proved Troy was real may have also blurred the line between archaeology and myth all over again. A city was real. A war was likely real. But the single most famous object in the whole story, the horse that decided everything, may never have existed at all. If the horse was never real, what else in this story did we get wrong?